In this video, we will be discussing effects in media. The word effect is a noun that means the outcome generated by media messages in people, social groups, or even a culture according to the Introduction to Media Studies e-text. Effects can be weak, middle range, or strong in terms of how actively they affect their audiences. Similarly, they can be categorized as short-term, middle range, or long-term in the time frame that they affect their audiences. They can affect people on both the individual and social level. Effects follow a path from cognition to attitude to behavior. In the cognition phase, the individual is exposed to the media message and begins to think about what is being presented. This means low-level acquisition, pre-processing, and storing of information. In the attitude phase, media exposure influences the individual's thinking process. In the behavior phase, the individual begins to make decisions based on the media message. This model goes against the previously accepted hypodermic needle theory, which posited that media messages would be accepted immediately in the way that the creators intended.
Media contains a large variety of effects, so there must be a way to examine them. This is where observational studies and experimental research comes in. Observational studies take place in the natural setting, also known as the epidemiological setting. An entire group would experience the same effect under study. Researchers would then observe the results as they happen naturally. The shortcoming of this study setting is the lack of control. Many colluding variables may affect the group other than the effect under question.
In order to understand, quantify, and prove the effects of media, we must first understand the methodologies to ensure there are no biases and that the data we record is accurate. The experimental method allows for researchers to have complete control over their labs. Researchers have complete power over the control group and the experimental group, as well as variables like the dependent variable and independent variable, time, temperature, rate, and exposure. This allows for researchers to pinpoint specific causes and effects, as well as find correlations between different variables.
The effects of media weighs heavy on this campus, seeing that everyone is caught up in the idea of feeding into a character each of us has created for ourselves on social media. As mentioned earlier, the individual is exposed to the media's messages and begins to think about what is being presented. This is very apparent, especially on this university's campus. Seeing that this is a Big Ten university, there is much hype on social media to support and go out to the games, win or lose, dressed in your finest Illini. It becomes a way to socialize and connect with friends over the years, as many students are seen capturing lifetime photos at our well-known States Farm Center and our notorious football field, using our famous geotags on apps such as Snapchat to alert other friends of their surroundings while capturing the beauty of each moment.
Overall, media affects each and every one of us on the University of Illinois campus. For students especially, the power of media is very apparent. When students interact with each other in a social setting, a lot of it is recorded and then posted onto social media. This allows for students to share their memories with their Snapchat or Facebook friends, as well as keep up with the people they follow on Twitter or Instagram. Without media at UIUC, life would not be the same. This video project is shared on YouTube, and it is an example of how media is present in our classrooms. Overall, media is very important to this campus, and that is why it is crucial to our students.